Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And incomplete to open things up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And the Jaguars are eager to see what Laviska Shenault and Trevor Lawrence can do together. Shenault was a second-round pick in 2020, and they're going to move him like a chess piece all over the formation and even put him in the backfield.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cards, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Lawrence. Flush. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground.
And Arizona spent the entire offseason with their eyes firmly towards making the playoffs in 2021. A big reason they signed J.J. Watt. Not only does he still have a lot left in the tank, think about the great leadership he'll provide this team, as well as some terrific play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Murray being chased out left. Murray has the first down and more. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray rolling to his right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40.
For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Flushed out right. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Lawrence. Connection made with Chenault. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Lawrence And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. On fourth down on his Logan Cook to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's more on the return. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. This Jacksonville unit really struggled to get to the quarterback in 2020. Just 18 sacks as a team. Only Cincinnati had fewer. Remember, they used to be known as Saxonville. They want to get back to those ways here in 2021. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Here's Lawrence to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it. And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Lawrence going to get this to Etienne, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down. They go play action now. Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Play fake. Murray. He'll buy some time right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Rondale Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return, and he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Murray. Ertz has it left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And just nowhere to go for Connor. Defense gets to him, and they mark him short.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. On 1st down, Edmonds. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Murray. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Play action, it's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And here now is the Jaguars' all-time leading scorer in another uniform. He had over 1,000 points for the Jags. Josh Scobie on the left hash mark. This a 38-yard attempt. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They go play action with Lawrence. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
And when you draft a rookie quarterback, as the Jags did with Trevor Lawrence, you want a veteran presence for him. But Marvin Jones, he fits the bill. 5 years in Detroit, 10 years overall in the league.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Etienne.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jaguars have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Murray now to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Murray on the sneak, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Throwing now is Murray. Steps away. His throw incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Murray off play action. Rolling to his right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Edmonds. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They fake the handoff, now Murray. They'll roll him out right. This is caught, it's Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Murray flips his forward on the jet sweep. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Lawrence. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset.
They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On second down now, Edmonds. And a short gain here down to the 22. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Another carry now for Edmonds. And now Edmonds going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here's Lawrence. Able to find Jones.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. From the 45 on second down, Lawrence. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance.